when I sink.
Hey guys, so I just took a shower, put a little makeup on. It actually doesn't look too bad. It actually looks pretty good. You know, even out the tone, even it out a little bit. But yeah, it's a good day. It's really sunny. I'm actually in Michigan right now, visiting my dad and hanging out with him and doing some construction jobs. It's actually kind of fun. Like, I'm personally not into renovation. I mean, not into construction like that, but it's opening my eyes on the renovation part, because it's like some things you have to do in order to renovate. You know what I'm saying? It's just really interesting. But yeah, I came out here to Michigan just to like help my dad get his jobs done, because he has like a few construction jobs that he's trying to finish at a certain deadline, and then he's actually moving, and then, you know, we're going back. Well, I don't know if I'll stay with him, but I'm gonna figure it out within 2 months. So I've just basically been working and waiting for classes to start, because I just am basically, I wasn't in school last year because I did an internship, but you know, when you're like getting back into the flow of going to school, it's kind of like weird. Like you just feel out of whack. Like you feel happy because you're going back to school and you're gonna finish and you're gonna get stuff done, but at the same time you just feel like you missed something. Like you just feel like you haven't been around for a second. So I major in computer technology, and the internship was for quality assurance, so I'm hoping to just get my degree and basically go into that type of career field. It was really fun, you know, writing test cases and like doing different things, writing automated scripts. That was really cool. And just like seeing like the team dynamic, because like I know jobs, they're always like, oh, well, tell me about a time where you've done teamwork, been in a team and had to like contribute to your team. But when it comes to coding, now that I realize it, everybody's using teamwork. Because like, example for me, I was a new person, and as a new person coming to the company, one, different people write code differently, and if you don't know, if one, they don't have good documentation, well, good documentation helps, and then two, when you go into the job and you're new to everything, people are so helpful, and it's like they expect the same thing back. Like they didn't just show you all this stuff for you to just keep it all to yourself, you know what I'm saying? So what happened was they showed me like the reins of how things work at their company, and then I would help them on different tasks, and like just, you know, every other week they would assign me like different tasks to do, and it was pretty cool. Like even with the code itself, we had to convert a lot of code. We had to convert Ruby to JavaScript, and at first I was kind of intimidated because I don't know Ruby, but after a while, once you realize like how endpoints work, and you realize like how it's not really that hard to convert it, and not only that, you don't have to convert all the code. You don't have to know all of JavaScript. You don't have to know all of Ruby to do conversion. And so it just was kind of eye-opening, like how things work. But also when it comes to like working with the team and everything, it just kind of opened my eyes about like a healthy environment, like what that looks like, a healthy work environment. And that's the thing too, when you're on a corporate job, you sometimes feel a little intimidated as a young person, But after a while, like once you know who the team is, different teams, you'll work with different teams too. Once you know who you're working with, and you just get to know your colleagues, it just makes it like a lot easier, and just makes you feel like you're a part of the team, even though you're just like on internship or you may be new to the job. I personally was excited because, I mean, just being able to add that experience to my resume was awesome. Like, I didn't get converted because of COVID, but I just was really happy because, like, now I can say, oh, I made these scripts. Oh, I work with multiple teams and da da da. You know what I'm saying? It was just really, and I did it for like 6 months, which I'm even surprised that I was there for that long. But yeah, like, it's just interesting. I think even for me, I'll probably do another internship, and if I don't do the internship, I'll probably get a job. But I feel like internships are so cool because it's like you're learning on someone else's dime, basically. And also, I feel like it's helpful because it's not to the point where they're like critiquing you. Like, they'll like be helpful in the way where they're like, hey, maybe next time around this should be like this, or they'll tell you, hey, this definitely needs to change a little bit. But it's not to the point where they're like making you feel bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not expecting you to know everything. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, that was the good thing that I liked about at least the company that I was at. It was a great experience, and it was like really fun. Like, even during our stand-ups, it was just kind of like interesting, the dynamic. Sometimes the conversations wouldn't even be about like code, or like it wouldn't even be about work. Sometimes it would start off that we would talk about movies or just random stuff, and then we'll have the quick stand-up and everything. But it's just interesting, like, even how different teams work. Because I'll give you an example. My mom, right, she works for this company, and even though they're more targeted and more strict a little bit, they're still playful in a way. It's like they're adults, but they're not like boring. And she doesn't know I listen to her stand-up. She doesn't know I hear her meetings. And it's kind of funny, like the jokes they crack, or like just the different things that they do. And it's just, yeah, I just realized, and my mom was telling me about this too. Like, she was saying, like, you just need to be exposed to more people. Like, you just need to be exposed to more different types of jobs, more jobs, because once you get around good environments, then you know, oh, this is quality, this is what I'm looking for. And when you do your job searches, or when you move on from the job you just finished, you're like, oh, well, that was a quality company, so now I know what to look for when I'm doing job searches, or I know what questions to ask. And like, that's another thing too. I think a lot of people don't know how to have soft skills, or don't know how to just be a part of a community. And it kind of shows with some people. Like, personally, I just stay positive through different situations, because I know, like, not everyone's gonna like me, or not everyone's gonna be on the same page as me, right? But then I'm like, you know, I just have to make the best of the situation and just work through whatever, you know, conflicts we have, and, you know, just come to a compromise and like just work together. Like, I think the main goal to remember is that your sole purpose when you're working is to help the company and to get the teams further than they were yesterday. And so my mindset is just like, you know, we may not agree, but you better believe we gonna get this work done. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.